Stop scrolling. If you are a Swiggy delivery partner or a Zomato rider, an Ola driver, or any other app based gig worker in India, the way you earn, the benefit you receive, and even your monthly take home cash is about to change dramatically. This also includes people who are, making content for others. For years, you were invisible. You were neither a full time employee nor a simple contractor. You were a gig worker, and the government had no laws to protect you. That loophole is now closed. The Indian government has finally notified the four new labor codes, and they are historic. But history comes with complexity. This video is only a guide. You need to understand the biggest changes coming your way. One, the new social security net, and two, the painful truth about your take home pay. Let's start with the good news. The absolute game changer, which comes from the code on social security, and the year is 2020. That was the old law which was notified back then. For the first time, India's law officially defines and recognizes the term gig worker, and that's a huge win. The law mandates the creation of a social security fund for gig and platform workers. This means you are now eligible for things that were only once for traditional employee available for traditional employees, like provident fund, employee state insurance for medical cover, life and disability cover, and even old age protection. But where does the money for this fund come from? The law places the responsibility squarely on the companies and the aggregators like Swiggy, Zomato, Ola, etc. They must contribute 1 to 2% of their annual turnover to this fund. This contribution is capped at 5% of the total amount they pay to their workers. Here is a genius part. This is an Aadhaar linked universal account number, UAN. Whether you move from Swiggy to Zomato or from Delhi to Mumbai, your welfare benefits are portable. They move with you. You finally have a safety net that is not dependent on a single company or a location. Now for the fine print. While the law is notified, the actual rules are still being finalized by the states. The companies like Zomato and Swiggy have indicated that they are ready to comply, but the analysts predict that the cost, which is billions of rupees for them, will eventually be passed on to the clients. This brings us to the second major change, one that affects every single penny you take home: the Code on Wages 2019. This code introduced a uniform definition of the wages across the country. This is the key benefit of the traditional employees, and one that is likely to influence how gig platforms structure future payouts. The law essentially mandates that the basic component of your salary, which is the basic pay, dearness allowance, and retaining allowance, if any, must be at least 50% of your total remuneration, which is also in other words known as CTC. Why is this a problem? Because benefit like provident fund, PF, gratuity are calculated on the basic pay. Historically, companies kept basic pay low and allowances high to reduce their contribution. The new 50% rule forces them to increase the basic pay component. Now, while gig workers are not formal employees, platforms will need to adapt their entire payout structure to comply with the spirit of the law and the new aggregator contribution. If the platform is forced to contribute 1 to 2% from their turnover, they might adjust the base fare or incentives they pay you to compensate for this new mandatory expense. So here is a big trade-off. You gain a robust portable social security net and the legal recognition, but you might see a slight reduction in your immediate take-home earning or per delivery payouts. It's a shift from high cash in hand but no protection to low cash in hand but guaranteed welfare and security. Major players like Zomato and Swiggy have publicly stated that they support the reforms. They are already evaluating the exact financial impact. Some analysts estimate that the platform might incur an additional cost of rupees 1.5 to 2.5 per order due to these contributions. This cost could be absorbed, passed on to the customer, or passed back to you in the sense that if you are a gig worker. So what do you need to do right now to be prepared? One, ensure your Aadhaar and bank details are updated on all the apps you work for. The new system relies on this for the UAN. Two, keep a record of your monthly gross earning for the next 3 months and compare it closely once the rules are fully implemented. Three, pay attention to any new deductions labeled welfare fund or social security or any such entry in your payslip on any payment statement that you get from the platform. The new labor codes are not just about the gig economy. They standardize wages for millions, mandate free annual health checkup for many workers, and grant women the right to work night shifts with proper safety protocols. This is India moving towards a formalized, protected workforce, and you are now part of it. The change is coming. It brings security, but it may also bring temporary squeeze on your wallet. Knowledge is your best weapon. Do not let these changes surprise you. So, what do you think? Are you ready to trade a little bit of your take home pay for the long term benefit of a welfare fund? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video to help other gig workers see this crucial update, and subscribe for more deep dives analysis on money, law, and future of work in India. Catch you again in the next one.